Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be looking at Alura, which is a wonderful research tool when you're creating or adding to your Etsy shop. Let's take a look. All right, here we are on the Alura dashboard. So here you'll see things like your keyword research, product research, AI templates, a profit calculator, operations, optimization, analytics, marketing, and the extension. We're going to talk a little bit about some of those in this video, and then I'll talk about the rest in future videos. I do want to split it up because it's a lot to look at all at once, but we will start there. So I'm going to show you first just how to log in and set things up. I will put a referral code in the description of this video. If you do log in through that referral code, you will get $20 off. So if you decide to go into a paid plan, you will actually have a discount there because of the referral code. So definitely use that if that's something that seems like the right choice for you. So first thing, I will show you the different plan options that they have available. So we're going to go into the settings and look at the plans. So there is a free basic plan that will help you see if this might be a good fit for you. And then there's the basic, the growth, and the professional plan. I'm currently on the growth plan. I do pay yearly, which gives me a good discount. But I don't know that this basic plan was an option when I was looking at my tools. So I did go ahead with that growth plan. But like I said, if you use that referral code, you will get a discount. So go ahead and use that. But don't feel like you have to. There is a free option if you want to look into that. Now with the integrations here, this is where you're going to connect your shop. So right now I'm connected with my Remembrance Art Shop. I do have a second shop. So if I were going to look at things under one shop and then try to look at another shop and optimize my listings there, I would have to come in and actually disconnect this and reconnect under my other shop, just because my plan that I pay for does not include multiple shops. I think you have to have the premium plan for that. So I want to show you something under my Daybreak Digital. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this shop here. We'll disconnect, and then I'm going to make sure I'm logged in on Etsy under the correct shop. So right now I'm under Remembrance Art Shop. So I'm going to sign out here and then sign back in with my other shop. All right, once I've done that, I can come back to the Alura integration and just refresh it. And this is going to allow me to connect my other shop. So always hit allow access. This allows Alura to see everything from Etsy, which is where you have all of the details of your information. So you definitely want it to be connected fully. All right, so now it's connected. It's just updating the information. And now we're ready to take a peek. So come out of the settings, and then here we're back to the dashboard. So first things, I want to show you the research. Here you have keyword research. This is where you can type in information about like things that you would put into your tag. So the listing that I'm currently working on and for the demonstration here is a mental health wall art listing. So I would just type in mental health wall art and just see what comes up here. So this is going to show me information on the keyword mental health wall art. Now, search volume has been going down. You see the negative percentage here, but there's a good number of people still searching for it, 48,000. Competition is fairly low. This says 101,000. Conversion rate is very high, 4.25%. Remember, about 2% is like a really good conversion rate, so higher than that is great overall. We can look at the total score, just an overall look at how this mental health wall art would compare to other things. Now here you have an overview of the search volume. during the year. So over here, August, September, it starts trending upward. That's probably from back to school, maybe teachers getting wall art for their classrooms. October is a big mental health month there with World Mental Health Day, and then it kind of goes back down and stays pretty low during the year. So I would want to note that if I was going to add a bunch of mental health things, I want to make sure they're up in my shop by June or July so that they can be ready to be purchased in August, September, and October. You can look down here for similar keywords. This is going to tell you what keywords you could use in your tags. So you can base them on search volume. If you want to use the words that are most searched for, you would want to use the word gift or art or prints or wall decor, depending on what your item is. You can look at it based on a 3-month change. So this tells you if the words being searched for here are trending upward or trending down. The competition. So this tells you, hey, this word gift, if that was all you did, it's got so much competition that you're probably not going to be seen. So you might want to put that one the other direction so you can look at things with lower competition and see if your product matches any of those. What I like to use most is this score one. So if I trigger this to toggle down from the score, I can see things with an overall good search volume 3-month change competition. So these are going to give me the most bang for my buck on the keywords and tags. So what I would do here then is go through and find which ones might work best for my product. So anxiety relief, social worker, school psychologist, daily affirmations. Those would be great options for me. Now that I've clicked on those, which you could click through other pages and continue that search, I can then copy those and then paste it into my Etsy listing. So great, easy feature to work through there. You can look at phrases specifically. So that's just the phrase that I searched for, but I like keeping it on this broad option where I can see similar keywords that are going to help me find tags that will be seen. So search engine optimization is everything, and this is a great tool for that. Now you can look at the listings here too. So this is going to give you some information on current listings that would fit in that mental health wall art. So here you can look under monthly sales, so ones with higher sales. Overall, so monthly sales is the sales that happened just in this past month. Sales are overall, so over the full length of that listing being there. Keep in mind, monthly sales do not update specifically day by day. So it's November now, this may be showing October's sales. If I look and research my own shop, I know where my sales are. And so we'll just see, let's look up Daybreak Digital's US. We'll see, okay, it's showing 170 sales, but if you actually look on my dashboard, I'm at 176. So it is not 100% accurate, but will give you good information as a whole. So just keep that in mind that you're not going to use this for an exact data tool. Yeah, here it shows up through October on my timeline, but we're into November. All right, just a quick reminder that revenue does not equal profit. If you do not understand that by now, please go watch my video about revenue versus profit. It is very, very important to understand and know the difference. Conversion rate is also very important. This is looking at all time, so this is not entirely accurate as well, but you can toggle that down and look at revenue, sales. You can look at the sales per listing, shop score overall, all these options that can give you an overview on a shop. So if there's a shop that you've been kind of following and you're like, I wonder how they do that, what percentage of their items sell, that's a great option. We can use mine for that. I'm not ashamed to show you all of these zeros. If you look at my listings by sales, again, this is not 100% accurate here, but yeah, I know that has sold more than one time. but this will tell you an overview of like, hey, look, 35 of my sales have come from this one item, 4 have come from this other item. But again, this is not fully accurate. Use your Etsy dashboard for all of that data, but it'll give you an idea of what's selling well when you're searching somebody else's shop. So let's go ahead and do a little look over here. So I'm just going to go to Etsy and we're going to type in mental health wall art and just see what pops up. This is how I would start my research, by the way. So I would just see what shows up here, and I would scroll down and find something that catches my eye. I see a lot of bundles here. People are selling 50 prints at a time for $5 or $9. That feels like kind of a low ball price to me, but all right. I look at this set of 32 for $1.59. That is crazy. Guys, please do not sell yourselves short. Do not undercut your value just to try and compete with these dollar listings. I don't love that. All right, let's pick one here. So here, a set of 6. I think this is lovely. I like how the colors work together. This person clearly was paying attention to everything when they designed it. This one here, calming poster set of 6. Reasonable pricing here, and also like it's clearly a set. So this was designed and intended to go together. It's not just a hodgepodge of everything they've created. Let's use that. So we're going to look at LO days. Let's go back to Alura and we'll type that in over here. LO days. All right, so now we can see this shop. If you are the owner of this shop, hi, thank you for letting us use you as a tool. You're doing great. Look at all that revenue, all those sales. But you can use this to kind of see, okay, how are they doing overall? Do they have one thing that's selling really well? Yes, this affirmations for kids poster. You can click on that and see what is selling well for them. You can look and see what else they have. Do they have a whole hodgepodge of things? Are they an exclusive shop? Do they do other things as well? Looks like they've got girl room decor, positive affirmations, calming posters, educational, Halloween trick or treat. They've got a lot of stuff, but this just gives you a good idea of what to look for and what you might be able to design as well if you're looking to start a shop. Alrighty. So we're going to close out of that and come back to this search page. So here, I'm going to talk to you about the Alura extension. So we're back on the Etsy dashboard here, and I want to show you the extension. So here it shows extension. This is something that you can add to Google Chrome, and I'll show you how it works here, but you would have to install it onto your computer and use it from there. Now, I'm over on the search page under Etsy. So I'm outside of Alura now. I've just done a search. And now all I'm going to do is hit Control A, or if you're on a Mac, Command A, and it's going to show me information about all of the items on this page. So I just want to show you how to adjust that extension keyboard shortcut. So if you find in Google Chrome, there's a little puzzle piece. That is for your extension. So if you have extra toolbar things in your Chrome, that is going to all show up here. So if you click on that little puzzle piece, you can go down to the Alura extension and click the little ellipses and press Manage the Extension. From here, you go down to the keyboard shortcuts and you can change which keyboard combination you want to use to open Alura. So if I have been having issues with using the Command A because I use that to highlight all the text on a page and it will open my Alura extension instead. So I might want to change that to something else. So maybe instead of doing Command A, I'll do Command L. So I'm going to go ahead and press Edit with this little tool here and type Command L. And now when I am in Chrome, that should open when I do Command L instead of Command A. So for these 64 items that I have just searched for, I can find which ones have the best sales. So highest level in the month. So it's this therapy office decor mega bundle has had 120 sales in the last month. Or I can look at the overall sales, and it's this feelings wheel that has had 2,427 sales in all time. So keep in mind that's overall. You can look at what has a good sales trend. So you can just kind of scroll down and see if any of them are trending upward and pay attention to what is selling well now. I like to use the monthly sales option here because that helps me identify things that are selling well at the moment. You do have to neutralize the toggle before you try and sort it with a different option, so just keep that in mind. But you can also look at different options here. So if you look under the columns, you can sort based on the monthly sales, the sales trend, the revenue monthly, revenue overall, optimization score, price, category. You can have it where it tells you the shop name. You can look at the conversion rates, personalizable option, listing type, creation date, all sorts of things that you can look through. So this is a really, really great tool for research. To get out of that, you just escape out. And then you could go to the next page and do the same thing. So just scroll down, go to page 2 or page 20 or whatever, and see what you find. I love when my stuff pops up. That's always fun. All right, so we're back to the Alura dashboard. We have looked at keyword research, we've looked at shop research. Let's check out the product research now. So this is where you can find information on a product you're considering creating. So we're gonna say mental health wall art. I wanna go ahead and put that in as my keyword. And then you can just filter through with other details that are important to you. So price range, that might be something. I want things between $3 and $12. I want to find what shows up there. I want things with only 5-star reviews. I want popular products only. And then you can hit search. Now, I don't love this as much as I love just searching on Etsy, but that can be a tool for you just to get some ideas of what is selling well or what's popular. All right, so research we've covered, keyword, product, shop, saved. This is just where your saved items would show up for your research. So if you utilize that, you can make a new list. You can say mental health wall art, and then your research that you do for that category can go into there. So can be a really, really great tool for you. Okay, so that covers research. We're going to stop this video here. I'm going to hit the optimization in my next video, so definitely look for that. Thank you so much for being here. As always, if you can like, subscribe, and follow me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any questions on this Alura stuff, research in general. If there are things you want me to look at, I am happy to dig into that with you. I will catch you guys on the next video where we will look at the optimization for listings in Alura. Thank you. I will see you guys next time. Bye.